Bill, I was going to try and surprise people about who this gentleman is standing to my right, your left, Commissioner Colander from the Big South Conference. Next to him, Mark Zarther from the Fayetteville Baseball Club, President, Mayor Mitch Colvin from the City of Fayetteville, and Councilmember Jim Arp, who is also the Chairman of our Baseball Committee. So thank you all for coming today. As we said in the release to the media, we had something important to share with you today, really to talk about a little bit about what this stadium is going to do for the City of Fayetteville. So I'm not going to steal the thunder of any of the four gentlemen up here speaking, but I'm just going to hand the mic over to the Commissioner to start with what's going on.
Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it. Mark, thank you. The Astros, we appreciate being here from the City of Fayetteville. And Mr. Mayor, we really appreciate you having us today. We're excited to be here. Before I go any farther, I want to make sure I introduce a couple people from our membership. The head coach of the Big South Conference champion Campbell Camels, Justin Hare, is in the back there. And Campbell University Athletics Director Bob Roller is here as well. He's back there as well. I'm told they will be available for comments and questions after we're done here today. So certainly we're pleased that our membership is represented here today. Today is the culmination of a very extensive search process and bid effort over the three-state footprint of the Big South Conference. We have had extensive discussions with our athletics directors and with our head baseball coaches about the various bids that we received. There was a lot of interest in hosting this championship. But after having those discussions, it was unanimous that we would bring the next three Big South Conference baseball championships to Fayetteville. And it was very clear from the outset that Fayetteville wanted the Big South Conference. The effort was tremendous, the hospitality was warm, and you know that the facility here behind us is truly going to be outstanding. As we think about championship venues for the Big South Conference, the biggest issue for us is what kind of an experience is going to be for our student athletes. Is it truly going to be a championship experience for them? When their career is finished, are they going to look back at this as one of the special highlights of their collegiate career? Well, I can tell you that as we looked at this, and with Fayetteville being a partner of the Big South Conference, the answer is a resounding yes. You know, baseball in the Big South Conference is probably our most competitive sport nationally. Our only team national champion is in baseball. We have 8 current alumni in the big leagues from the Big South Conference, including Cody Allen, who's the career saves leader with the Cleveland Indians. We had 11 student athletes just this past June drafted in the into the major leagues this year. So, you know, our history and our tradition is tremendous. In fact, UNC Asheville alumnus Mike Schilt was just named the interim manager for the St. Louis Cardinals. So we are so excited to bring this tradition and this history of Big South Conference baseball to Fayetteville, and we're looking forward to being here for at least the next 3 years. Thank you very much.
First of all, I want to thank Commissioner Colander for joining us today, and more importantly, I want to thank the Big South Conference for choosing the City of Fayetteville as the host for its annual baseball tournament. The Big South Conference is a premier academic and athletic conference with a rich history in baseball, with its institutions scaling across North Carolina, Virginia, and South Carolina. Many of its student athletes actually hail from the Fayetteville area. We have an ambitious vision for downtown Fayetteville. The stadium and the surrounding developments will serve as the anchor for economic improvement in downtown Fayetteville. And the Big South Conference choosing our stadium as a site for their annual baseball tournament shows that organizations outside of the city of Fayetteville believe in our vision and want to be a part of it. And when they do visit Fayetteville, not only will they be bringing players and staff, but they'll also be bringing families and fans to enjoy our city and explore the growing number of entertainment, dining, and accommodations options that the city of Fayetteville has to offer. We look forward to being a tremendous host, both in the stadium but also in the surrounding community.
Thank you. First, I'd like to acknowledge to my right, and you'll hear from him in just a moment, the chairman of our Baseball Committee and fellow colleague, Councilman Jim Arp. Thank you for a wonderful job. Also have a few council members in the audience I'd like to acknowledge. Councilmember Johnny Dawkins, Councilmember DJ Hare, and Councilmember Dan Cullerton. It's an exciting time to be here in the city of Fayetteville. Certainly we'd like to welcome and thank the Big South Conference and the Houston Astros, our partners in this endeavor, for bringing this wonderful conference and tournament to our city, at least for the next 3 years. The Big South Conference is a Division I conference in the NCAA, comprised of 14 universities, with 11 universities making up the baseball conference, and some very exciting games that we have to look forward to. The overall economic impact for this, the current total assessed value for our downtown MSD district with all properties is currently $127 million. The project plans surrounding this development and the increased property values will double that at the completion of these projects, and that's a major deal in the downtown redevelopment efforts that the City Council and the City of Fayetteville is moving forward with. The employment of the stadium for construction will employ about 342 jobs for construction. Total job projection for all projects is anticipated to be greater than 1,000 jobs, with estimated annual wages exceeding $26 million. And that's tremendous, and that's being spent right here in the downtown area of Fayetteville. So it's an exciting time here. We look forward to the economic impact as well as the great quality of life entertainment that this tournament will bring to our city, and we thank you for choosing us. And now I'll hear from Councilmember Jim Arp, Chairman of Baseball, who's done a phenomenal job in this endeavor.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Well, you know, this is a vision come true, Mr. Mayor, and Mr. Commissioner, I want to thank you for the support of the Big South. We're really excited. I've had the opportunity to be affiliated with the Big South through my son, who played at Campbell, and Coach Hare. What a great experience he had playing up there with that great university, and roll humps. I look forward to another good year next year with the Camels. But you know, the exciting thing is, as the mayor talked about, the economic development opportunities that are coming with this, but it's also the turning of a page in Fayetteville. You know, Fayetteville now is no longer a second-tier metro area in the state. We are a first-tier metro area, and the ability to bring in a major Division I conference like the Big South is very substantial. So I want to thank the Astros, Mark Sarthar and David Lane, Dan O'Neill, and you know, that organization for having the vision to allow us to do that. And here's the neat thing: in 265 days, Myron, 265 sunsets, sunrises, we're going to be playing baseball on this site. Plus or minus maybe a week. I don't know when opening day is exactly, but about 265 days. And the other neat thing, you know, for the Big South Conference is about 305 days. We'll be starting the first day of play on a Monday here of the Big South Conference. And that's really, really significant. Two major events happening within about a 40-day period in our city. And I can only imagine, you know, all the young people who are going to have an opportunity to come down to this stadium with their parents, and the great history and legacy of baseball that we have, DJ, here in Fayetteville, where Babe Ruth hit his first home run, but to continue that legacy. And we're going to do it not only with a professional single high A team, but we're going to do it with Division I collegiate baseball, and that is really, really excited. So, you know, I hope everybody's marking their calendar. Remember those numbers, 265, 305, they're estimates, but they're pretty close. I'm not giving anything away, I hope, David. Mark, but it's pretty exciting that we'll be playing baseball here, and hopefully the next time we all gather like this, you'll be wearing your new Fayetteville team shirts, jerseys, and we'll be walking into the ballpark for a great evening of entertainment. I do want to thank the mayor, though, also, as I close, for all the great support for the baseball committee. I want to thank all the city council members and the great support, and we would be remiss if we didn't thank the staff. The staff has done a phenomenal job of putting this project together, $37 million project, major effort. And I want to thank Doug Hewitt, the city manager, and all the staff for the great work they're doing. And we just look forward to collaborating with you, Mr. Commissioner, and Mark, and bringing some great baseball to Fayetteville. So thank you very much.
Thanks, sir. All right, from the media side, we'll take a few questions from you if you'd like before we break off here. We've got some other things we'll do before we do our final break, and then we can do some one-off interviews if you'd like. Any questions from the media before we take our next step here?
Tell us a little about what went into the selection process. How many other cities were in the running, and how long the process took?
Yeah, thank you. Well, we evaluated as we went out, we looked at probably 6, 7, 8 different sites as we were evaluating things. There were 3 we got it down to 3 bids that we were really focused on. As we went through that process, we had a team of coaches that came out and visited the various sites. I was telling Mark earlier, they really sold them. I mean, they left here saying, this is where we got to come. This is the place we want to be. So they were really impressed with the leadership here, the personnel, obviously very impressed with the facility and the plans for that. But again, it does come back to our student athletes and what is the experience that they're going to have. And that experience starts here. It starts in the facility, but then it goes to hotels, it goes to dining options, it goes to other experiences they will have here in Fayetteville, and there was no question that it was the most outstanding option for us.
Any other questions? Myron.
Is it known what the economic impact of just having the Big South championship will be to this area?
Do you have this, Mayor? So basically what the calculation, Myron, is, you can figure for each day of the tournament that you have a player's family here. For each of those persons is about $120 a day. So based on the attendance of the tournament, you can figure per that number $120 a day. We roughly figured it'll be somewhere over $1.5 million, but that's a very, very conservative figure. And that doesn't include all the beverages and sales tax and all that kind of stuff. That's just straight hotels and that type of calculation.
Any?
I'll just add something to that. With 11 teams and coming in on Monday, as we said, and playing through Saturday, that's a pretty significant impact with those teams. It's double elimination format. So a large number of student athletes, large number of teams playing baseball all week, 3 to 4 games a day. There's a lot of business certainly coming to Fayetteville, and of course all their friends, families, fans that are be coming in as well. So we're looking forward to a great week.
Any other questions? All right, gentlemen, if you could hold here before we break and just stand up, we're going to take your chairs away, and we've got some hats and balls. We'll do a group shot with that real quick.